بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين حبيبي إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. صلى الله عليك يا مولانا يا أبا عبد الله. صلى الله عليك يا ابن رسول الله. صلى الله عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين. صلى الله عليك يا ابن فاطمة المظلومة. ما خاب من تمسك بكم وأمن من لجأ إليكم. يا ليتنا كنا معكم سادتي فنفوز والله فوزا عظيما. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هو الذي أنزل السكينة في قلوب المؤمنين ليزدادوا إيمانا مع إيمانهم. آمنا بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. For the love of Abba Abdullah al-Hussein, with the loudest of our voices, صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. For the love of Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen, with the loudest of our voices, صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. صل على محمد. And for the hastening of the reappearance of our beloved Imam, our awaited Savior, with the loudest of our voices, صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. صل على محمد وآل محمد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Once again, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this opportunity and this moment. Tonight being the 9th night of the holy month of Muharram, the month within which we try our level best to improve the levels of our iman through the values and teachings taught and established by Abu Abdullah salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. If mu'mineen and mu'minat will recall very well, last night we looked at Ashura and the most perfect salat. And during the majlis we encourage ourselves and encouraged mu'mineen and mu'minat to take our salat very seriously. And we looked at some of the benefits of salat in our life here in dunya and the benefit of salat when we depart from this world in akhirah. And as we said, it is no doubt one of the inspirations and lessons that we learn from Imam al-Hussein and his beloved Ahlul Bayt and companions in Karbala. The verse I've just quoted from glorious Quran is Quran 48 verse 4. Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala in this ayah is saying, هو الذي أنزل السكينة في قلوب المؤمنين ليزدادوا إيمانا مع إيمانهم. The ayah continue. It said, He is the one أنزل السكينة, who revealed tranquility and peace in the heart of the believers, so that they increase in their faith and in their iman. Now, departing from this beautiful verse of glorious Quran, our topic of tonight will be tranquility and peace during challenges. And our examination of tonight will be of the following 3 stages. The first stage, we will look at the factors or the features of tranquil soul. Nafsul mutma'inna. What are the signs of nafsul mutma'inna? Second stage of our examination, we will look at elements of peace and tranquility. In other words, what is it that I and you can do now and then in our lives to bring about peace and tranquility in our lives? And then the last stage of our examination, we will then conclude by looking at ways of bringing peace to oneself during hardship and difficulties. The ayah is a very clear ayah that Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, when He grants a believer peace and tranquility, the reason for it is for the iman of a believer to increase and to get to next level. No doubt, peace and tranquility is one of the inspirations and lessons that manifested in Karbala. So let us look at the traces of peace and the traces of tranquility on the 10th day of Muharram, the day of Ashura. You see, Imam al-Husayn, salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, he looked at his beloved sister, Sayyidah Zainab. He looked at her. Enemies ready, wanted to attack. Enemies were going up and down. Abu Abdullah looked at Zainab. He said to her, Ista'iddi lil bala. Look at these lines, very beautiful lines, because it talks about the importance of peace and tranquility. And peace is what is required during difficulties. So he said, oh my beloved sister, prepare for tragedy. وَاعْلَمِي أَنَّ أَهْلَ الْأَرْضِ يَمُوتُونَ وَأَهْلَ السَّمَاءِ لَا يَبْقُونَ. He said, know that my beloved sister, all those on earth will die, and even those in heaven will not stay forever. What do you get out of this? That shows Abu Abdullah was peaceful, and he wanted his companions to be peaceful. Don't worry about what is happening. Death is the destiny of everyone. Just be peaceful. Then he turned and looked at his companions. Said, Ista'iddu lil bala. Said, oh my beloved companions, prepare for tragedy. Prepare for bala. Wa'lamu. Know that, O my companions, anna Allah hafidhakum wa munjikum wa ja'ila amrikum ila al-khair. Know that Allah will protect you and Allah will shield you and will ensure that your ending is khair. That is why Hamid ibn Muslim, I'm sure you heard about him, he was tasked by the enemies to record the event of Karbala. He was the one that Bibi Sakina met him on Sham Gariba, and she asked him, are you with us or against us? And he said, I'm neither with you nor against you. And she asked him questions about Yatim and about, of course, the direction of Najaful Ashraf. So he said, كلما كر عليه الكوم تهلل وجهه بشرى. He said, Abu Abdullah, whenever many people, meaning the enemies, would come, start to attack him and surrounding his body, you will see him smiling. Peace and tranquility. They were at peace. They were not frustrated. Like us, when we are faced with challenges, we don't even pray. We become very frustrated. But when they were faced with the core enemies of humanity, they were at peace. Now let's begin with the first stage of my examination. What I'm going to do today, most of it will be very practical steps on how to achieve peace and tranquility. So the first stage of the examination is to look at features or characteristics of a tranquil soul. Nafsul mutma'inna. You see, a mu'min has certain features and certain qualities. Suratul Anfal, verse number 2, highlight on the two qualities of a believer. Are you a believer? Or you want to think twice? Mu'minin and mu'minat, that's why we address each other. Sometimes we don't say mu'min, we say bande khuda. That's even higher than mu'min, isn't it? Because the highest title given to Rasulullah by Allah is Abdullah. So this ayah, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِذَا ذُكِرَ اللَّهُ وَجِلَتْ قُلُوبُهُمْ وَإِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُهُ زَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا وَعَلَى رَبِّهِمْ يَتَوَكَّلُونَ. Allahu Akbar. Allah is describing believers. Said believers are those إِذَا ذُكِرَ اللَّهُ, when Allah is being mentioned to them, wajilat qulubuhum, they find trauma or they shake, they start shaking. When they hear the name of Allah, they start shaking. They get overwhelmed by fear. But I will tell you which fear is this. Wajil means khawf. So the first quality of a believer is that when Allah's name is being mentioned, he begins to shiver. It's like sometimes some of us at work, when you see your boss, how do you do? The boss of bosses, according to Quran, when his name is being mentioned, mu'min begin to shake. But then the last part of the ayah said what? Now when you explain and recite verses of Allah to that mu'min, by the end of that recitation, the mu'min will then rely solely on Allah. What do you get out of that? First quality of a mu'min, khawf. Second quality of mu'min, itmi'nan. We'll explain that further. Mu'min, two qualities. There are other qualities Surah Al-Mu'minun explain, but these are the general ones. First quality, mu'min is got khawf, fear. Fear of what? Fear of committing sin. Not Allah. Bado. A mu'min is scared of committing sin. That's wajilat qulubuhum. Why? Because mu'min knows that when he or she commits sin, Allah will deprive him or her of his special mercy. And to mu'min, there is nothing that can be compared to the mercy of Allah. Hence, mu'min, when he commits a sin, his day becomes a terrible day. A mu'min, when he hits haram, he vomits. A mu'min, when he eats doubtful food, which he doesn't know is coming from, he vomits. A real mu'min, when he commits a sin, he can't stay at peace. You cannot commit a sin if you are a mu'min and you are okay. Hence, Mawla'i Kainat taught us in Du'a Kumail how crucial is it to ask for forgiveness of your son. Isn't it? Allahumma kfir li al-dhunub allati tahbis al-du'a. Allahumma kfir li al-dhunub allati tunzil al-bala. Allahumma kfir li al-dhunub allati takta'u al-raja. Sin. Mu'min is scared of a sin. Are we scared of sin? Or are we happy to tell our friends we've committed sin? You know, our beloved fourth Imam, he describes sin as what? Jammaratum minan nar. Imam Zalabdin said sin is a flame of fire. He said a mu'min, when he commits a sin, he feels fire is burning him inside. Wajilat qulubuhum. That is why Surah Al-Zumar, verse 23, Allah makes it very clear. Allahu nazzala ahsan al-hadithi kitaban mutashabihan masani. تقشعر منه جلود الذين يخشون ربهم وتلين جلوبهم وقلوبهم إلى ذكر الله. Beautiful ayah. Allah talks about believers. First, he talks about how he revealed this book. And he said it's the best form of conversation in hadith. But then he goes ahead in this ayah, chapter Zumar 23, explaining what is that. He said, this is what, when a believer gets to hear, it softens his or her heart. So that's first quality. Second quality of a believer is itmi'nan, tranquility. Believer is tranquil, irrespective of his or her challenge. But what does it mean to say believer is tranquil? It simply means believer, good days or bad days, it doesn't matter. He or she is at peace. That's a believer. Believer is the one who knows that whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. Allah is watching and it will come to a good ending. That's a believer. And Quran tells us, Asa an takrahu shay'a wa huwa khairul lakum ba'd. How many times you dislike something, whereas at the end it's good for you. So believer understand that when he or she's in challenge, it may be bitter, but he knows it's good at the end. Believer is the one who chant this slogan, قل لن يصيبنا إلا ما كتب الله لنا وهو مولانا وعلى الله فليتوكل المؤمنون. Believer is the one who knows that whatever happens to me, it is what is written for me by Allah. Hence Surah Al-Fajr verse 27 conclude the argument. Ya ayyatuha an-nafsul mutma'inna irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan. That's a quality of a believer. That's what I and you need to struggle to get to, so that our connection and relation with Allah doesn't matter whether in a good day or in a bad day. That is what we need to strive for, so that our approach to Allah doesn't change irrespective whether we are in a good mood or in a bad mood. Now, question. Who is a tranquil soul? Kindly pay attention to these factors. We're going to look at characteristics of a tranquil soul. Nafsul mutma'inna. And these are really important. Because no doubt, companions of Abu Abdullah and Abu Abdullah, their souls were tranquil. And that is what we need to strive for. Because really, if you look at the way life is today, without striving to have tranquil soul, you're going to struggle. Na'uzubillah, there are people who commit suicide because of small problems in their lives. Just now, one brother from South Africa wrote to me last week. He said, I lost a brother. I said, what happened? He said, Allah, we don't know, all of a sudden he died. And they're still doubting whether he killed himself or not. People lock themselves in their room. They isolate themselves because of problems. They don't even want to come to the community to talk to people. There are people like that because of issues. So a believer has to strive harder so that he achieves nafs al-mutma'inna to his or her own level, so that you don't get overwhelmed by issues and problems in life. So the question is, am I shakhsiyya mutma'inna or not? Number one feature of a tranquil soul is inshirahu sadr. Tranquil soul has a big heart. Big heart, I'm not talking a big heart when you go for money he give you. Because normally when you go Sabil or mashallah just then you say give food bank money, if they give, say, oh this guy, oh he's got a big heart, man. That's true. But I'm not talking of that. Here big heart means what? Allah explained beautifully. Surah Al-Zumar, verse 22. أَفَمَنْ شَرَحَ اللَّهُ صَدْرَهُ لِلْإِسْلَامِ فَهُوَ عَلَى نُورٍ مِّن رَبِّهِ. Whoever Allah opens his or a heart with Islam, then he is guided by the light of his Lord. What does it mean? To have a big heart as a quality and a feature of tranquil soul simply means تَتَلَذَّذُ بِالْعِبَادَةِ. You enjoy worship of Allah. Feature of a tranquil soul is what? They enjoy ibadah. When Quran is being recited, they feel good. When they hear Allahu Akbar, they feel good. When they began Salah, or they begin, we mentioned last night, they feel good. To have open hearts when it comes to trying to achieve tranquil soul simply means you feel good when you do or engage in ibadah. If ibadah is boring, then you are not tranquil soul. People always tell me, Sheikh, when I listen to that music, I feel good. I say, okay, fine. So Allah is not appealing in the heart. The musician is appealing. So you know that TED Talk speaker is unbelievable. I said, okay, fine, no problem. But Imam Ali cannot also appeal. Oh, that celebrity is unbelievable. You know the way he talks? You know, UK, they say he smash it. So I'm also learning, I'm teaching you the UK. But they said, okay, Imam Ali is talking in Najul Balaga. He can appeal in your heart. It means there's something wrong. Unless if you do not believe Imam Ali is high. So therefore, the first feature of a tranquil soul is what? They've got big hearts. When Allah is being mentioned, they feel good. That's number one. Number two feature of a tranquil soul is as-sakinatu wal-hudu. They are always at peace. You find everybody is crying, but they are relaxed. You find the family, issues in the family. People are going up and down. That one is crying. That one is complaining. That one is frustrated. They are relaxed. Everything they said, no problem. Khuda is there. It will be fine. This doesn't come cheap. We need to work for it, by the way. The ayah I quoted earlier on, 48:4, support this argument. And there is another ayah. لَقَدْ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ إِذْ يُبَايِعُونَكَ تَحْتَ الشَّجَرَةِ. Continue with the ayah. وَأَنزَلَ السَّكِينَةَ عَلَيْهِمْ. When they signed, they made bay'ah to the Holy Prophet under the tree, Hudaybiyah. Allah said at the end, وَأَنزَلَ السَّكِينَةَ عَلَيْهِمْ. Then I sent peace and tranquility to them. Although they know the tactics of Quraysh, but seeing Prophet alone is enough for them to obtain peace. So the second feature of a tranquil soul is what? Irrespective of the situation. It doesn't mean that they don't get frustrated, but nobody sees it. They only complain to him in the darkness of the night. They only talk to him. They don't come out and portraying that they are maskeen. That's the second one. Third feature, which is high. We may not be able to achieve it, or we may try to get to a certain level. It's what they call as-sabat. Steadfast. But steadfastness here doesn't mean just normal steadfast. It means what? Seeing things as they are. Chapter Ibrahim, verse 27. يثبت الله الذين آمنوا بالقول الثابت في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة. Those who believe in Allah, Allah made them steadfast. They've got their word is steadfast in dunya and akhirah. Some scholars say steadfast simply means what? They see things as they are. They understand things, so they don't go crazy about the situation. These are the features. Now question. How do I achieve tranquility in my life? How do I bring peace to my life? We mentioned one night, life is full of challenges. One challenge, sickness, we mentioned. All of a sudden, Fulan is sick. All of a sudden, she is diagnosed of something. It's an integral part of life. You know, when a person is told you are diagnosed of this, the person can break. And the person only doesn't break. Families can break. Families can break. Another challenge, you've got your son Chokro. He's giving you sleepless nights. Your farzand. Drug. Clubbing. Alcohol. All sorts of things. You're not going to throw him away. But it comes with his own stress. He's not doing well at university. You're spending a lot of money, giving you headache, everyday trouble, overspeeding, everyday fine. It stresses a person. It's issues of life. Today, university, that course, I don't want that course. I want to do another one. After second, third year, I don't want it. I want to do another one. Headache. This can really cause some tension. It's part of life. It can cause tension. Hardship in livelihood. I'm repeating this because I want to make a point. Hardship. Rental, I can't afford. I can't buy the house. Things are tough. It can cause tension. It can cause issues in life. No. Lost my job. What do? Do you go out and cry? Do you go to the mosque, whoever you meet, you tell him I've got problem? A mu'min doesn't do that. A mu'min, during challenge, during hardship, try to bring about peace and tranquility in his or her heart. So what do I do to bring tranquility and peace? Number one, we need quwwatul irada, strong willpower. Without willpower, it can be really tough to overcome issues in life. If this person is broken, you sitting next to him must have strong willpower so that you are able to help him. And there are things that you can do to have willpower, to strengthen your willpower. One of them, as per the tradition, is what? You should always try to inspire yourself. Talqeenun nafsi, they say. Inspire yourself. How? No, you will do well. Don't worry. Nuru, you'll be fine. Nuru, this is not the end of the world. Nuru, you are not the only failure. Don't worry, Nuru, you are not alone. Keep talking to yourself. Said, you know what? Zainab, the proposal is turned down. No problem. I'm not alone. I'm not old like any other person. There are those who are older than me and they are not yet married. No, I've not been having a baby. No problem. I'm not alone. There are so many who never had babies. There are prophets of God who never had baby. This is what they call talqeenun nafsi. Brothers and sisters, this is very important. When you go through problems and issues, begin inspiring yourself. You fail the exams. You know, youth today, some when they fail exams, they commit suicide. Because of the society. Some they come mosque, they wear the same dress every day. Other ladies are looking and talking. That depresses them. So what do? No, this is not the end of the world. I'm not alone. Be yourself. So if you want to develop your willpower, number one, inspire yourself. Because if you do not inspire yourself, those who are sitting around you, they say, oh, sorry, I'm sorry. At night they will go and sleep and you will be alone. That's one. Number two, if you truly want to develop your strong willpower, you need what they call a tadhkir. Tadhkir means what? Keep reminding yourself there is a difference between you and animal. I don't want to go deep into this. You, an animal, what does it mean? Meaning you've got their akal, you can put it under control. Animal has no akal, so animal can go out of the way. Keep reminding yourself, yes, you are frustrated, but you have the akal to put the frustration under control. That's how you develop your willpower. If people come to you, sorry, oh John, sorry, they patting on your shoulder, massaging you, sorry, that even weakens your willpower. Third factor to develop your willpower is to accept the reality. It's the reality of life. Today, people don't die because of sickness. They die because of stigma. People don't die because of poverty. They die because of stigma. They come to community. What will people say about me? So you need to accept the reality so that you don't get broken and damaged by issues and problems in life. Mu'minin and mu'minat, life is too short. We need to age gracefully. Today people 50, they can't sit and pray. They sit on chair and do sajda. Today people praying, 5 minutes prayer, whole thinking about life, there is no focus. We need to relax. We need to relax. Mental health is a reality. Some of the causes of mental health are too much thinking and not accepting our realities. Life is too short, especially young brothers and sisters, my beloved youth. Be careful how you go about your life. Don't compete with anyone. Be yourself. Otherwise, you will die before your time is up. Abu Abdullah taught us, is your difficulty like that of Karbala? Is your pain like the pain of Ali al-Akbar when they dug dagger on his chest? Take it easy. Don't compare your house grocery with the groceries of other house. Don't compare. They are living in Richmond Hill, you are in Brampton, and you want to go there. You will die. Cut your coat according to your size. This is the life. You see, the world we live in is full of dreams. Everybody wants to fit in. My friends are wearing these clothes. I must get these clothes. And so what? You've gotten the clothes, then what? Be yourself. That's mu'min. He knows his condition. He knows his boundary. So to build your willpower, you have to accept, number one, to build your willpower. And the third one is accept the reality. Accept it. It's a reality. This is my reality. I'm poor, but I'm happy with what I have on table. I'm grateful to Allah. That's one. Number two, if you want to really bring about peace and tranquility. So number one, don't get confused. Number one is to build your willpower. We just explained a bit on the willpower. Number two is to be smart. Why? Understand things. What do I mean here? Understand there will be problems in life. Are you better than Prophet Muhammad? They had troubles than you, bro. Are you better than them? Life, there will be problems. There will be headache. When someone walks in and he doesn't talk, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have a problem. Maybe it's smarter not to expose his problem to the community. I always tell my daughter, you know, young children, when they see people driving big cars, they say, oh, this is good car. I say, these all belong to banks. The day bank rise, you will see who's got a real car and who is really in credit card. People don't owe it. Accept that life, there will be problems. That is why, if you really want to bring peace, there will be problems in life. I'm also going through the same problem in life. I rely on Allah and Allah will help me. The third one If you want to bring peace, it's tawakkulu ala Allah. Tawakkul. Tawakkul, of course, you try to solve your problem, but you don't get frustrated. You rely on Allah. وَعَلَى اللَّهِ فَلْيَتَوَكَّلِ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. So on Allah, that believers should rely on. Do you going to rely on Sheikh Nur? On Mullah Jafar? Baba, rely on Allah. Rely on Allah. You are in trouble, rely on Him. Wallahi, He will never throw you away. It's not possible. If I will not throw you away, for Allah to throw you away. Why? When He's Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, we need to review our understanding of Allah. But you know what is tawakkul? Al-irtibatu bil-asbab al-ghaybiyya. Tawakkul is connection with the factors of the unseen. I'm going to give you a few examples. What are the factors of the unseen? When they are met, you are regarded as someone who has tawakkul on Allah. Number one, dua. Dua is sababun ghaibi. You have problem. Do you have time to sit on musallo and make dua? Dua is very important. So as you do tawakkul, first factor of tawakkul is dua. Second factor of tawakkul is what? Sadaqah. Sadaqah. You don't say, I rely on Allah, fold your arms and do nothing. Your son is becoming unbecoming. Daughter becoming unbecoming. You saying, I rely on Allah and no dua, no sadaqah. It doesn't work. Number three factor of tawakkul is silatul rahim. Family relationship, family ties. How many of us, we go out, we make name, our family, we don't even bother to look after each other. We've got in our community people giving billions out there to make name. When they are chachas, mamas, uncles, aunties, mercy, you name them, they are struggling. That's not ibadah. One factor of tawakkul is silatul rahim. The first place to do charity is your family. You can't leave your family member, you go out making names. Some even don't have time to go and visit their fathers and mothers. Why? We are too busy with our life. No, the work is too much. Where is your mom? I've not seen her for the past 2 weeks. Are you all living in Toronto? Yes, we're living in Toronto. I'm so busy, you can't believe, Sheikh. You can't believe? That's why when small problem come, you can't handle. We need to really review our lifestyle. Otherwise, small trouble will kill us. The fourth factor of tawakkul is birrul walidain. Obedience to parents. Today in some quarters is fading. And you know, Islam makes it very clear. Everyone of the age of your father is like your father. Everyone of the age of your mother is like your mother. Accord them the same respect. But today, because they hold PhD, they hold master's degree, and parents know nothing, so parents are zero. Na'udhu billah. Not everyone, but this is some of the realities that we see. So we need tawakkul ala Allah. But for tawakkul to be effective, these factors must be met and the likes. Last stage of the examination. problem occurs, and you are too deep in the problem, how do you lessen the situation, the damage? Number one, you need basira, foresightedness. Now and then, a moment in your life, try to read future. When I say reading future, I'm not talking of fortune tellers. You go to downtown. I don't know Toronto. I've not been to downtown. My host will take me next week, inshallah. But you go in London or in Birmingham, every downtown, you find these people, they hold your hand, they check. You know what? You're going to get a lot of money, man, bro. People enjoy, man. They go, Sheikh, I'm going to make money. The first thing, I'm going to take you for ziyarah. I said, Baba, I don't need that money for ziyarah. I'm not talking of that. We don't believe in that. When I say read the future, meaning what? Use your current situation to access what is going to happen. Amir said, build your tomorrow from your today. This is the situation. What will happen next year? Do some sort of prediction and leave the rest in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now and then a mu'min should do that. I mean, I always tell people, we've seen people from zero to hero, and we've seen people from hero to zero. You know what does it mean? People with nothing, they don't have even $1, today they are billionaires. And we've seen people with millions of dollars today, they don't have even a place to sleep. وَتِلْكَ الْأَيَّامُ نُدَاوِلُهَا بَيْنَ النَّاسِ. Allah said, those days, this is how we circulate between people. يَوْمٌ لَكَ وَيَوْمٌ عَلَيْكَ. Amir al-Mu'minin said, days are two. One day is for you, the other day is against you. When it is for you, don't be thick-headed. Be humble and be grateful to Allah. When it is against you, go back to Allah and ask Him. That is how a moment should be, isn't it? So therefore, read the future. Assess it. And that is very important. But the other thing that will help us keep going with all the challenges, the pains, is patience. Saburi. You have to have a sabr. Sabr karo. Then if you do sabr karo, they say, Mawla salamat rakhe. Tawajjuh farma. You have to have patience. You frustrated and you're going to break the mountains. Be patient. Your time will come. And if it doesn't come in this dunya, don't worry. You believe in akhirah, it's permanent. You will get it. Be patient. Relax. وَاسْتَعِينُوا بِالصَّبْرِ وَالصَّلَاةِ. Allah said, seek assistance through patience and salah. Well, I beg you, my sisters, my brothers, we know we are all going through challenge. And sometimes it can really get out of hand. It can be very, very frustrating. Be patient. Kindly be patient. Otherwise, you will go and cause some sickness and disease in yourself. And the last but not least, at-tafa'ul. Tafa'ul, direct translation means what? Be proactive. But in this sense, it doesn't just mean proactive. It means what? Have hope in Allah. Be hopeful. You know these emojis on Facebook? Sallallahu Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Although, of course, one of the means of frustration of today's world is this social media. Somebody and his wife will go for honeymoon in Maldives, and then they will post, feeling good. And somebody sitting there in the house, they've never been there, problems in their mind. You know, seriously, today, one of the causes of divorce is that. Then the wife or the husband says, look, you, what are you doing? The salary is too small. Find big job. So sometimes people wake up in the morning feeling hopeful. And then that emoji will come. I'm not talking about that, by the way. I'm talking about be hopeful in Allah. Have hope in Allah. If you have hope in Him, inshallah, He will not let you down. And He will never do that. So therefore, mu'mineen and mu'minat, in conclusion, whatever challenge I and you face in our lives is not the end of this world. If one door closes, another door opens. Just be patient. Yes, sometimes the wait can be long. I know. The wait can be long. But who are we to judge? It is in the wisdom of Allah. Allah loves us equally. Allah never segregates. Your unique condition, He knows why. Just keep being hopeful and keep chanting His name. He will inshallah take you out of it. So therefore, Garad, let's keep connecting with Allah. So that when we are faced with our challenges, Allah makes it easy for us. Because Imam Ali said, a small sin if you get frustrated and you start complaining. You hear people saying, life is unfair. We all say that. Life is unfair. My understanding, life is Allah and Allah is life. Yes, people are unfair, true. But Allah is never unfair. He does the kismet properly. Tonight, is a night dedicated to Hazrat Ali al-Akbar. Allahu Akbar. This great son of Rasulullah and Abu Abdullah alayhi salam. Tonight is the night of mothers and fathers. Mothers and fathers were proud after the Shahada of Hazrat Ali al-Akbar alayhi salam. They were proud. And narration makes it very clear. He resembles the holy prophets in his akhlaq, in his look, and in his intellect. How difficult was it for Abu Abdullah to bid farewell to Ali al-Akbar alayhi salam? Let's begin the masaib like this, mu'mineen and mu'minat. One marja narrated this. He said, one night I was sleeping. Then I dreamt about Abdullah. And when I dreamt about Abdullah's body was full of arrows. As some scholars mention, Abu Abdullah on the 10th day of Muharram, he was like a hedgehog. So the Marja said, I saw Hussein alayhi salam full of arrows all over his body. So the next day, I dreamt him again and only 2 arrows on his body. Then I asked him, Oh Abu Abdullah, last night I saw you, I could not even see your skin. But today only 2 arrows on your body. What's the secret here, Abu Abdullah? Abu Abdullah responded to this alim in his dream that the tears of my lovers wiped off all the arrows and removed it. But there are two arrows that the tears of my lovers cannot remove them. What are the arrows? He said one arrow is the arrow that got stuck on the neck of the 6-month-old baby. Ya Aba Abdullah, what is the other arrow that is stuck on your body? He said that is the arrow on the chest of Ali Yunil Akbar. And that is why, we mentioned several times when Imam Zainul Abidin came to join the herd with the body of Aba Abdullah, he heard the voice coming from the head of Aba Abdullah, place the infant on my chest and place Akbar by my feet. Now narration mentioned the first of Banu Hashim to become Shaheed on the 10th day of Muharram was Ali al-Akbar alayhi salam. Ali approached his beloved father. You know that conversation between the father and the son? Allah, those of us who are fathers, especially our elders, you know the love of a son. Rasulullah said, son is like a thamara, it's like a fruit, it's like a jigar. Son is like a liver. When you lose your son, it's like your liver taken away from you. Allahu Akbar. Ali approached Aba Abdullah. Narration mentioned for each and every companion who approached Aba Abdullah for permission, Aba Abdullah would hesitate to grant permission. But when Ali came, Aba Abdullah did not hesitate to grant permission. He immediately granted permission for Ali to go and fight. Narration mentioned that Ali rode the horse. When Ali rode the horse, he called out, Ali, come back. Ali looked at the father. He said, Aba Abdullah, Father John, why? He said, Ali, go to Khaymaga and bid farewell. Layla, Zainab, Rabab, Kulsum, Ramla, they are all there. Go bid farewell. Allah narration mentioned the moment Ali entered Khaymaga, they all began to cry because he reminded them of Rasulullah. Narration mentioned Layla came and hugged Ali. She gave that blessing to Ali. Bibi Zainab hugged Ali. She said to him, oh Ali John, you reminded me of my grandfather Rasulullah. Look at this. Ali came out. When Ali came out, the father met him again. The father gave him his blessing again. Ali rode the horse. As Ali was heading towards the battlefield, Aba Abdullah said, Ali, come back. Ali, look at Abba. He said, oh father, what again? Then Abu Abdullah looked at Ali. He said, oh Ali, may Allah never show you a moment where you know when your son goes, he will not come back. Some narration mentioned, as Ali was going, Abu Abdullah was slowly walking behind Ali. All of a sudden, Ali realized Abu Abdullah was walking. He stopped. He turned, Father, haven't you granted permission? Then Abu Abdullah said to Ali, oh Ali, you will understand this the day you become a father. You know what happened? Ali went to the battlefield. We are told Ali fought and fought and fought. He defended and defended. But Layla came out of Khaymaga. She wanted to see what was going on. But she had no energy to look at the battlefield. You know what she would do? She would monitor the complexion of the face of Abu Abdullah. Mother. Narration mentioned all of a sudden, she saw the complexion of the face of Abu Abdullah changing. She said, Ya Abu Abdullah, is Ali alive or dead? Abu Abdullah looked at Layla. He said, Oh Layla, Allah promised to accept the dua of a mother for her son. Layla, make dua. Wallah, I tell you, our mothers, when your daughters are in troubles, or your sons, keep making dua for them. Allah will unlock it for you. Abu Abdullah said to Layla, make dua, your dua will be accepted. And she made the famous dua. Wallah, this dua breaks the heart of the lover of Rasulullah. You know what was the dua? Layla, Ya Allah, you are the one who returned Yusuf to Yaqub. Return Ali back to us. She said, Ya Allah, Khuda. You are the one who returned Ismail back to Hajara. Return Ali back to us. Then she mentioned, before she could land and finish the dua, Ali came back. But when Ali came back, he was calling Al-Atish, Al-Atish, Al-Atish. You know what narration says? Said when he came back first, he rushed to his mother, he hugged the mother. And he came back, he hugged Abu Abdullah. But you know what he said to Abu? You know that love between son and father? You know what he said to Abu Abdullah? He said, Father, the heat of Karbala is burning me. He said, Father, the armor is killing me. What did Abu Abdullah do? You know, Abu Abdullah came down. Ali was thirsty. Abu Abdullah placed his tongue into the mouth of Ali. To do what? To quench the thirst. Ali looked at the face of the father and said, Abu Abdullah, father, your mouth is drier than my mouth. Abu Abdullah then said to Ali, Oh Ali, go back. How difficult was it for Abu Abdullah to say, Ali, go back. You will soon meet Rasulullah. And Rasulullah will quench your thirst. Ali went back. Defended. Well, I tell you, the Masaib of Ali is painful Masaib. You know how they killed Ali? Wa Aliyah, wa Husayna. You know how they killed him? Just open your hearts. Listen. Remember how they killed Ali. You know what is dagger? Al-La'in ibn al-La'in lifted his dagger. As Ali was defending, he dug on the chest of Ali. He dug it on the chest. La ilaha illallah. As it is the sunnah for the wilaya, when he dug the chest, Ali called out, Assalamu alayka ya abati ya Aba Abdullah. For every mataya, Abu Abdullah would rush to the body. But for Ali, he walked slowly to the body. When Ali called out, Abu Abdullah began to walk slowly or hesitate to the body of Ali. You know what happened? Abu Abdullah took a wrong direction. Bibi Sakina called out, "Father, where are you going?" He said, "I am going to Ali's body." Sakina said, "Father John, Ali is here and you are going this way." Abu Abdullah looked at Ali and said, "Sakina, Johnam, it kills me to know Ali is dying." Allah, the final moment of the life of Ali breaks the heart of the lover of Ali. Ali was on the ground. Dagger was on the chest. You know, you're not going to be killed instantly. Act. Ali now was between life and death. Abu Abdullah was used to Ali coming and hugging him. As he was approaching the body, he saw Ali's left hand up. When he got to the body, he realized Ali was covering the dagger with the right hand. You know what Abu Abdullah did? Narration mentioned. He stood, he looked towards Najaf, the father of orphans. He said, "Assalamu alayka ya abati ya Amir al-Mu'minin." Father, you lifted the door of Khaybar with your hand. Father, you lifted the door of Khaybar. Fathers, our fathers, mothers, I want you to think like this. Na'udhu billah, may Allah forbid you go to the hospital, your son is dying. How do you feel? Baba, Ali was not dying, just dying. Dagger on the chest of Ali. When you're standing next to your loved one, they are struggling from cancer, turning left and right. How do we feel? Abu Abdullah said, "Oh my beloved father, Amir al-Mu'minin, you lifted the door of Khaybar with your hand. Come and see your son lifting dagger from the chest of his son." The final moment of the life of Ali is the most painful moment. Ali would smile and Ali would cry. Ali would smile and he would cry. Abu Abdullah asked Ali Jan, "Why smiling and why crying?" Ali said, "Father, I am smiling because I see Rasulullah." Yeah. Abu Abdullah said to him, "Go, you will meet Rasulullah. He will quench your thirst, isn't it?" Ali, why are you crying? Why are you crying, Ali? He said, "Father, I am crying because whenever you cry, I see Fatima slapping on her cheek." Yes, Bibi Fatima was in Karbala. In whatever way possible, Allah made it possible. Ya Allah, we ask you to grant us the love of Fatima al-Zahra. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون وسيعلم الذين ظلموا آل محمد أي منقلب ينقلبون والعاقبة للمتقين. Mu'mineen and mu'minat, before the Shabi, raise up your hands. Everybody raise up your hand. Ask for your haja. Ask your haja, wallah. This night are special. Ask your haja, then I will make final dua. Ya Allah, we ask you, fulfill our legitimate desires, sir. Allah, we are your slaves, we are your servants. We only try our level best to be better human beings, to be better servants. Allah, inspire us to be better servants and better human beings, sir. Allah, amongst us are mu'mineen and mu'minat who've got their legitimate desires. Some are financial related issues, some health related issues, some marital related issues, social, political. Allah, whatever the issues might be, Allah, fulfill their legitimate desires, sir. All of us, Ya Allah, we ask you, fulfill our legitimate desires, sir. Mu'mineen and mu'minat who are not feeling well, and whoever is not feeling well, Ya Allah, cure them with your cure, inshallah. Our family members who are struggling in their lives, for whatever the reason for their struggle, Allah, ease the pain and struggle on their behalf. Marhumeen who have departed from this world, we have our young friend, brother in Allentown, brother Askar, who just 2 months ago he was diagnosed of cancer. He battled it. Young guy, married, not, he doesn't have a child. Last 3 nights he really battled at hospital in Allentown, and he left this world. We ask Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to forgive him and grant him Jannat al-Firdaus. A true lover of Ahl al-Bayt, this young man. You would go ziyarah, you would go arba'in. When you see him doing matam, you really say this is a true lover of Amir al-Mu'mineen. May Allah forgive him and grant him Jannat al-Firdaus. His parents, is a very difficult moment for the parent. Ya Allah, we ask you, make it easy for them, inshallah. Our mu'mineen and mu'minat in Allentown who are affected with this musibah of the loss of their loved one. It came at the right time because it came during the musibah of Ahl al-Bayt, isn't it? May Allah give them the reward of the musibah of Ahl al-Bayt alayhim as-salam. All of us here, mu'mineen and mu'minat, our loved ones who are no more in this world, they are in the life of barzakh. May Allah forgive them and grant them Jannat al-Firdaus. May Allah forgive them and grant them Jannat al-Firdaus. Ya Allah, here we are, fathers, mothers, we have sons, we have daughters. Ya Allah, continue to protect our sons and daughters. Ya Allah, keep our sons and daughters in Sirat al-Mustaqim. Ya Allah, grant us patience and let us have more patience with our children, insha'Allah. Ya Allah, grant us that courage not to give up on our children, insha'Allah. Wherever they are, Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, bring them back to the light and the Nuru of Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. Ya Allah, we ask you, grant us the ziyarah of Aba Abdullah al-Husayn. Ya Allah, grant us the ziyarah of Sayyidah Zainab alayhi salam. Ya Allah, grant us the opportunity to stand next to the maqam of Ali al-Akbar and recite the masa'ib of Ali al-Akbar next to him, insha'Allah. Ya Allah, we ask you, our brothers and sisters in Syria, our brothers and sisters in Yemen, our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, our brothers and sisters wherever they are, in Iraq, wherever they are, Muslims and non-Muslims who are under siege, who are under the oppressions, Allah, we ask you, relieve them of their oppressions, insha'Allah. Allah, relieve them of their oppressions, insha'Allah. Ya Allah, we are living in this country. Continue to leave us in peace and tranquility and harmony, insha'Allah. Ya Allah, continue to ensure that we peacefully coexist with our neighbors, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, insha'Allah. Ya Allah, continue to expedite the reappearance of the Imam of our time. Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein.